testing my ULTA bargain purchases. Good morning, beautiful people. This is Anne, Fabulous Life 101. Hey, thanks for watching today. And if you're not already a subscriber, could you please hit that subscribe button and the bell notifications right now? On my channel, I cover everything from makeup to meditation to fashion to anything that makes you feel more fabulous at any age. Well, of course, I've been to ULTA quite a bit. I just did a video on my purchases during the recent sale, as well as other videos on purchases a few months ago. So I'm just testing out a few of the makeup items. Of course, one of the big ones that I'm going to try and demonstrate for you today, the James Charles palette. I don't want to be a drama channel. I want to focus more on just the quality of the products. So I created a couple of looks using this particular palette. Anyway, here goes. I'm starting with demonstrating another one of my ULTA purchases, the Colourpop Brow Gel. And this acts sort of both as a gel and a glue. It really holds the lashes up in a great position. Unfortunately, it doesn't fill in quite as good as some of the other products. So I actually think I'm going to take my Anastasia pencil and just fill in a lot of the places that need a little more color. So for somebody that has naturally thick brows and just want them sort of more controlled, I think this Colourpop gel is perfect. If your brows are a little bit thin and you have some hollow places, it's a great thing to combine with either a pencil or a pomade. Okay, so my brows are done. Now on to testing this new palette. Okay, now I'm testing the new palette that I got from ULTA. This was on the clearance rack at Morphe, $13 for this 39 pin palette, the James Charles palette. These are all the colors. I'm just curious to see how they work in comparison with other palettes. So I'm going to start just by using this nude, and I'm using the brush from BH number 10 and putting a little bit of this nude on and going over the base of my eyelids. I'm going to see how this black works as a liner. Actually, it's not bad. It has good color consistency. So far, I'm liking these first two colors I've tried, the nude and the black. All right, next, I'm going to take another one, brush number 12 from the BH, and I'm going to go in with this sort of shimmery blue color right down here and go in the outer corner of my eye with that and see how it looks. Okay. Actually, this shade has a nice tint to it as well. And just then follow it in to about the center of my eye on the crease line. Now I'm taking BH number 9. Okay, now I'm going to try this beautiful coral color and go from the center. This one, the pigment is not quite as strong on this, but it's still very pretty and very spreadable. So far I'm liking what I'm trying. Because I've had several Morphe palettes before and they've been kind of a mixed bag. Some of the shades I've really liked, others the pigment has not been as strong or they just haven't been as spreadable. But so far I'm liking what I'm seeing with this. Alright, now I'm taking this little flat brush, which is number 11, and I think I'm going to try this color up here, which is a sort of a deeper rust shade. And just follow in along the crease with that. That one does not seem to have as much color. I'm really not noticing a lot of color coming out of that one. Let's try it with a finger. Just put some on the finger, and it's still not a lot of color, but it does work applying it that way. All right, so I think I'm going back in with the beige and just go sort of above the crease line on the top part of my brow and a pulling in there, right under my brow line. Alright, let's try a different liner brush, and I think I'm going to do on the bottom of my lashes, I think I'm going to try a little bit of this blue. See how that goes on it. And just a little dab right at the lower lash line. Okay, so a final touch, I'm going to just take my blender brush and I'm going back in with this little peachy shade and just sort of try and blend it all together in little circular motions, just to kind of get everything more blended and neutralized. Yeah, I think so far my experience with this has been that the mattes have really good pigment and good tone. The shimmers are maybe the pigment isn't as strong and you have to really press hard and do more applications with. But overall, for $13, it's a good buy. Most Ulta stores still have them in stock. Mine did. So I'm going to finish up and I'll be right back. So this is my look for today. And so far, I do think the James Charles palette, it's a good buy for the money. I probably would not have spent full price on it, but if you can find it for $13 at Ulta, you know, it's a good deal. So I'm starting off this morning using No. 7 Firming Booster Serum. Shake it up good, turn it off, then just squeeze till a little dot comes out, and basically massaging the face with it. The little rollers provide a nice little facial massage. I'm also going to put a little bit of this Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence. It says apply evenly to face. Then I'm going to use a little bit of this Ulta Beauty sunscreen. Let this dry for a minute before my foundation. For my foundation today, I am using something Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. This is something I actually bought from Ulta before in a previous sale, or the early fall sale. My brows, I'm using the Benefit Brow Pomade. This was also a recent Ulta purchase. And just put some on a brush. Start by just filling in. Then after filling in with that, I'm going to take the Colourpop Brow Gel and use it to kind of style the brows a little bit. There we go. Okay, I am blending a little using this color here to try and even it up a little bit. Overall, it seems like it's kind of a mixed bag with this palette. The darker shades seem to be very heavily pigmented. Some are blendable, others not as much. The lighter shades, very sheer, and the shimmers, not a lot of shine. So let me try the gold and just see if that adds any extra sparkle. I'm going to try it with my finger. Yeah, using the finger adds a little more sparkle to it. But it kind of reminds me of another Morphe palette I bought several years ago that just was, again, kind of a mixed bag. Some shades are great, others not as much. I'm going off camera for a minute and finish up my makeup, and I'll be right back. I finished up, did my lips, cheeks, lashes, ready to go out. Good morning, beautiful people. Today I did most of my makeup off camera. I'm just going to focus on the eyes using this Morphe James Charles mini palette. And again, here are the colors. So I'm taking this brush, the BH No. 7, and I'm going in with this yellow. And I'm putting that just all over the base of my eyelid. One thing I've noticed by using this palette, the pastel colors are very sheer. So this yellow just has a little bit of a yellow tint. It's not a really bold yellow. Okay, and as I did before, I am taking a liner brush, and I think this time I'm using the brown as a liner. This is, see that brown color? Okay, now using the BK11 brush, I am gonna, let's see, I'm looking, see, they don't have a lot of gray colors. There's one shade that's sort of missing here. So I'm gonna take a green, this sort of green shimmer, and let's see how this green shimmer looks going from the outside of the eye. It's not a lot of tone to this. That's one of the unfortunate things. The shimmers here do not seem to have a whole lot of color or shine. Okay, so I'm going to just use the green matte underneath it, the dark green matte, just a little bit, and go sort of the outer edge and up along the crease. Okay, so that gives it a little bit of drama. And now I'm taking this blender brush. This is the BH12, and I think I'm just going to use this sort of gold tone here and use that to kind of blend it together. This is another shimmer, so it probably doesn't have a lot of color to it, but just see how I can blend with it and sort of bring these two colors together and just make a pretty sort of shimmery eyelid. Okay, so that's sort of the eye look I'm going for today. Let me go off camera and put on my mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, mascara's done, pretty much ready to go out. The main thing I can say about this palette, for $13, it's a great deal. 39 pence. Some of them, I feel like the darker matte colors have really intense pigment. They blend pretty easily. I haven't noticed any fallout. The shimmers, it's really hard to get color or shine from them, most of them. And the pastels are very, very sheer. I've noticed this with a lot of palettes by the Morphe brand. But for $13, it's a good deal. Is it going to be my favorite palette? No, not really. My preferences are still Jeffree Star, Colourpop. I really liked the one I got by Anastasia Beverly Hills recently. And I've got a couple others coming that I'm looking forward to trying. So those are just a few of the new ULTA makeup products that I bought. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, could you please give us a thumbs up? Thanks for watching. Have a fabulous day. Peace, love, and light.